Good morning. You've made it to day 5, the last day in this packet. And I'm going to walk you through activity 5 today and do most of this with you like I did yesterday since we haven't done these types of problems in class. So I'm going to walk you through this. And I suggest that you get another piece of paper or you turn your paper over on the back, that somewhere you use a blank spot, because this little bitty spot over here where they've got the spot to draw the model is not very it's just not a very good place to do it. It's too small for me. So I'm going to come down here. I've got some blank space underneath, and that's where I'm going to do my model. So let's look at this. The game ends at 1:45 p.m. If it lasted 2 hours and 15 minutes, when did the game begin? Draw a model and explain your thinking. Now, here's the deal with these types of problems. There's 3 parts to each of these problems. Each one of the elapsed time problems has a start time and an end time and the time that's in the middle. That's called the elapsed time. How much time passes between the start of something and the end. And so we have however much is in the middle, the length of time, how many hours and minutes. So in each word problem dealing with elapsed time, we're given 2 of these. And so in this particular problem, we are given let's read it again and see what the parts we're given. The game ends at 1:45 p.m. So we're given the stop time or the end time, 1:45 p.m. And that's in the afternoon, p.m. And then it goes on to say if it lasted 2 hours and 15 minutes. Well, that's here, the part in the middle. It's how much time passed between the start and the end. And the part we don't know that we're asked is what or when did the game begin? So what we don't know is the start time or the beginning. And so we've got to figure out what time the game started. So on this number line, we're going to count back 2 hours and 15 minutes. So if I go back 1 hour, 1 hour before 1:45 is 12:45. I'm going to go back another hour. We'll put 1 hour here. 1 hour before 12:45 is 11:45. Forgot my 4. 11:45. And now I need to go back 15 more minutes because I've gone back 1 hour, 2 hours, and now, even though this jump is big, I'm going to label it as 15 minutes. And so if this jump is 15 minutes, I have to think about my clock, and I'm actually going to draw up here this model. And I'm going to make the clock, I'm just going to put, that's 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, so I'm going to make it show 11:45. So 11 is the hour, it's the shorthand, and 45 would be over here. Now, 15 minutes before that would be taking the minute hand back this direction 15 minutes. And so the hour hand would move from pointing to the 9 to now pointing down toward the 6. And so instead of 11:45, 15 minutes before that would be 11:30. I could also figure out 45 minus 15, and that equals 30. So 11:30 would be the start time. Now, remember, this ended at 1:45 p.m. And when we cross past noon and we're going back, this would now be a.m. And so use this to help you write your explanation and explain your thinking. You can make the same model I have. I've given you the answer now. We've worked through it together. And so explain your thinking on how we got to this answer. I hope this helps. I appreciate you watching these. I can always tell who watches and who doesn't. Some of the questions kind of tell on people when they say they don't know what to do, and I can tell they haven't watched the video. So thank you to those that are watching the video. It helps you so much. Next week, we'll see. We have a meeting later this morning to figure out exactly what next week will look like. So we'll be keeping you updated on what's coming up next week. And this afternoon, I hope to see you at the Wave. Bye, guys. Big hugs. Have a great day.